Josh, absolute pleasure sitting alongside you here. Thank you so much for your time. I'm not gonna take too much of it up, but just run us through it. You play for the Texas Super Kings and most recently the Jenkins Bolts in the Nepalese Premier League, and you won it. How did your experience go in Nepal?
Yeah, Nepal Premier League was definitely something special. I mean, I've had some amazing memories there. It was definitely probably the most fans I've played in front of. So, and yeah, just the noise that the fans would have there was just on another level. I hope I can go back there soon. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, it was also good to win the tournament, and the celebrations were definitely good afterwards.
And run us through that one-handed catch. That was impressive. What was the thought process behind it? Was it just natural or all part of the plan?
Yeah, I mean, I normally have the gloves on, so it was a bit of misjudgment on my part, but yeah, I saw it go up. I was like, I haven't gone far enough. Yeah, let me just stick a hand up in the air. And luckily, I'd already taken 2 catches in the game already, which made it a bit easier. So yeah, and thank goodness it just stuck. And yeah, they didn't even give me catch of the tournament, which was a bit disappointing. I gave myself catch of the tournament, like self-proclaimed catch of the tournament. But yeah, there was no like acknowledgement of that, which was quite disappointing.
That is stiff, because I've watched that video a lot of times and I saw an action from the crowd as well, and that was just pure incredible. That was seriously theatre. Now, you grew up in South Africa and you moved to the USA. Now, just run me through it. Did you expect you'd get so many opportunities to play at such a high level and develop your game so significantly?
I mean, definitely not. When I first moved over, I had no idea there was even cricket in the US. Like, I remember talking to my brother and saying, yeah, let's play some golf. Let's pursue golf when we came to the US. But yeah, we just got so fortunate. We got into the system, and luckily the major league started the year we got here. And yeah, put in a few performances in the local minor league tournament, and then yeah, the door opened to go play major league. So I know I probably wouldn't be in this position if I was still in South Africa. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful that we were able to move, and yeah, now I'm able to play with some of the best in the world.
And yeah, well, that leads me to my next question. You know, such a young age, you're surrounded by the likes of Faf, and you're coached by the great man Stephen Fleming. How much does that help you grow as a cricketer, but not just as a cricketer, also as a person?
Yeah, definitely. I know my first season with Texas was definitely a huge learning curve for me. Just being in that environment and speaking to guys like Faf, Devon Conway, and yeah, Fleming, like you said, it's just, yeah, the knowledge that they have and their wealth of experience that they were able to give to me was really good, and something that I could take forward for my cricketing career in the future. But yeah, I was with Joburg Super Kings in January, and just being in that professional environment as well was also really cool. And you're just always learning, and I'm always, especially at my age, I'm always learning, trying to learn from these guys and just trying to get better at whatever I can.
Something I'm really jealous. I envy you playing alongside Faf. Oh, but your inspiration in cricket, who did you idolise growing up? That is a tough one. I'll put you on the spot here.
Yeah, I would have to say AB de Villiers definitely was probably one of them. But when I got a bit older, I actually really liked Alex Carey. He was my favorite player. I don't know why. And he actually came and played in the major league this year. I got to meet him, which was actually really cool. So yeah,
I did not expect that.
It's a really strange one, but yeah, he was my favorite cricketer from when I was about 12 years old onwards. Like, I just loved watching Alex Carey play cricket.
Well, Joshua, thank you for your time. I'm going to let you go back inside into the warm. Really appreciate it, and best of luck for the upcoming season.
Yes, thanks, Jake.
I'm here with Kwame Patton Jr., a member of the minor league team New York Titans, the mighty New York Titans, and we're going to have a little bit of a game with him today. It's going to be Guess the Cricketer based off their baby photo. Now, we did it with Dan Jads. He got 60% right. Let's see if Kwame can go one better. The first player, I think you should probably get this one. Kwame, who do you think this is?
This one's really tough.
Really tough?
Yes, actually. I'm gonna go Steve Smith.
Not Stephen Smith. I'll give you one more chance because I'm a fair guy.
Has to be Joe Root.
No, it's not Joe Root either.
All right, one more chance.
One more chance. The key feature is the eyes. That's all I'm going to give you.
This is a very tough one for me. These eyes. Is it
Nice
Kane
blue.
Williamson?
No, not Kane Williamson. It's Paddy Cummins. That is Paddy Cummins. It looks like Pat Cummins now. Well, let's hope you get this second one then. Who's this, you reckon?
That's definitely Rohit Sharma.
Bang. Bingo. Rohit Sharma. Bang. All right. Well, 1 from 2. Comeback is beginning now. This one here. Who do you think this is?
That's definitely Virat Kohli.
Oh, bang, 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 bang. 2 from 3. Kwame is on a comeback. The 4th one. Who do you think we've got here?
That is T. Smith.
Bang, Stephen Smith. All right, 3 from 4. Can Kwame make it to 80%? Let's see. Now, this isn't really a baby photo, but it is an olden day photo. Who do you think this is?
Sachin Tendulkar.
Yes, the god of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar. Everyone's got to know that. Kwame, 80%. Congratulations, you beat Dan.
Thank you, man. It feels good to be the new champion.
Of Guess the Cricketer based off their baby photo. All right, we're back with Kwame here, and we're going to have another one of your favourite games, Play, Bench, Sell. Now, I'm going to go these 3 players here. We're going to go Kane Williamson, Joe Root, Stephen Smith. Who do you play? Who do you bench? Who do you sell? This is difficult off the back here.
Well, this is very difficult, but I'm going to have to bench Kane Williamson.
Benching Kane Williamson.
Yeah.
Who are you playing? Joe
To be
Root or
quite
Stephen
fair,
Smith?
I'm an Australian fan. After the West Indies and Team USA, I'm an Australian fan. So
You're playing.
I'm going to bench Joe Root, and I'm going to keep Stephen Smith.
So, because you're benching, you also said you bench Kane Williamson. So
Gone.
you're benching Joe Root,
Change Joe Root,
and then you're
Stephen Smith.
playing Stephen Smith. I like that. He's playing the Aussie, but equally one of the 3 greatest batsmen of all time. Now we've got a bowlers edition here. Bowlers, we're going to go Trent Bolt, Mitchell Stark, Jasper Bumrah. Who do you play? Who do you bench? Who do you sell?
This is very hard.
It's a difficult one. It's a very difficult one. There's no right answers. There's no right answers.
I think. Can I just keep all 3?
No. You've got to choose.
Alright, so
You've
I'm
got to
gonna
choose. Play,
sell-
bench, or sell.
For some reason, I'm gonna sell Mitchell Stark.
All right, let's end it here. No, not fair. That's your opinion. Your opinion. I respect
I
it.
want to play Boomer. Boomer's just he's world class, mate.
The greatest bowler currently.
I'm just gonna have to bench Trent Bolt.
So you're playing Jasper Bumrah,
Yeah.
benching Trent Bolt, and selling Mitchell Stark.
Yeah.
I respect that. Jasper Bumrah, currently the world's greatest bowler.
Yeah.
We've got another edition, openers edition. I'm gonna go Rohit Sharma, Travis Head, and Josh Butler did used to open. So Josh Butler, who do you play? Who do you bench? Who do you sell?
Well, I'm gonna sell Josh Butler.
Selling Josh Butler.
I'm gonna bench Rohit Sharma, and as I told you, I'm an Aussies fan, so I'm gonna keep Travis Head.
Good man. So you're playing Travis Head. I like that one. Kwame, you've done absolutely superbly. There's no right or wrong answers, but I think you've got 2 right answers.
Please don't judge me.
No one's going to judge you. Thank you for your time, Kwame. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
Very good. Sanjay, thank you so much for your time. I'm not going to take up too much of it now. I'm going to address you with a hard-hitting question first, okay? Now, rumors have it that potentially you and Sarub Netravolkar are starting up a band together. Is there any truth to those rumors?
Not really, no. I don't think our style of music matches at all. He likes slow Hindi songs with ukulele, and I prefer more Western music.
I've heard you're a pretty good singer, though. Is that true?
I don't know, that's for others to say. For me, it's a hobby, it's a good pastime. Gets my mind off the game.
Well, back to the cricket now. Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, think you'd be hanging around with the likes of Paddy Cummins and Harris Rao, playing cricket with them together?
No, definitely not. And definitely not in the US, that's for sure. I think growing up, I always dreamed of playing for India and playing in the IPL. But yeah, to see the opportunities we're getting through Major League, it's really cool.
I completely agree. Now, does the mindset change when they're watching you or you're training along with them?
Not really, no. I think for me, it's just about my own processes. And the more I'm around them, the more I realize that they're just normal human beings like everyone else. And they have their own processes that they do. But, yeah.
What was it like being guided by Paddy Paddy Cummins, arguably Australia's greatest ever cricketing captain, during the time throughout with San Francisco.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. And to see how humble he is and down to earth. Yeah, he just felt like another one of the boys. And, you know, there were moments where it hit me that, wow, I'm sharing a dressing room with Pat Cummins. You know, in one of the games he was resting and he ran out drinks to me, and I was like, Pat Cummins ran out drinks to me. How insane is
That's
that?
enough for anyone to get excited. I'm just getting excited listening to it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Now, you've had a few great moments in your cricketing career. I can think of a few off the top of my head. In your opinion, what's yours?
My top moment so far is definitely the 79 not out in Major League to win us the game against Washington Freedom. You know, yeah, I've had a few other innings, but the enormity of that game, you know, I didn't know that I could do it at that level, and I'd say I surprised myself as well that game.
How did it feel? Just the ball coming off the bat. Did you feel any pressure going into it? Just walk me through the mindset when you're out in the middle, because it's different playing local park cricket like I do. I'm not a very good cricketer, but you're playing against the greats of cricket. How does it feel?
Yeah, that game, I think, going back one game, the game before that, I'd struggled to find any timing, and I'd walked off pretty disappointed. But Shane Watson, in front of the whole group, said that, you know, he really liked my approach, that even though I wasn't timing, I still went for my shots, and that gave me confidence. And then when you're chasing 177 in 14 overs, you know that you just got to swing. And I just swung, and from ball 2, it came right off the middle of the bat.
And superstitions. I know a few players have got them. Do you have any, personally?
No, I don't have any superstitions. I have routines, but if I'm not able to do my routine, I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna let it get to my head. Yeah.
That's a good question. And we'll finish it off now. Idolizing. Who did you idolize growing up as a cricket player?
AB de Villiers.
AB de Villiers. Why AB?
Because I support RCB, and yeah, he lit up the Chinnaswamy Stadium for years, and then getting to read his book and see him in interviews, I feel like I really like the way his approach to life in general as well. And yeah, that's why he's my favorite cricketer.
Sanjay, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Cheers, thank you.
All right, I'm with Sanjay, San Francisco Unicorns player, and we're going to play a little game here. It's Guess the Cricketer based off their childhood photos, and we're going to go with an easy one first. I'd be shocked if you don't get it, Sanjay. Who do you think this player is?
That's Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar, bang, he's 1 from 1. Now, this one's a little bit more difficult. Who do you think this cricket player is?
That looks like Virat Kohli to me.
Virat Kohli, straight off the bat, he's 2 from 2. All right, let's see if he can go 3 from 3. Who do you think this cricket player is?
That looks like Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, he knows his childhood cricket photos. Wow. Sanjay is 3 from 3. Can he go 4 from 4?
Oh, I see Rohit Sharma.
This is unreal. Sanjay is 4 from 4. Can he go the illustrious 100% here? Let's see.
Is that Pat Cummins? I see the green eyes. That's all I can say. I see Pat Cummins.
Bingo. Pat Cummins. Sanjay, 100%. Congratulations. You win the title of guessing these childhood photos based off the cricketer. Thank you so much. Very good. Justin, thank you so much for taking the time to have just a quick chat. Just a general conversation. We're out in the cold here in New York. Now, you grew up in South Africa, living in the USA. Did you ever expect you'd get the opportunity to play such high-level cricket here when moving over?
I mean, I won't call the cricket we play locally high. Yeah, but I mean, it is sometimes I sit back and I'm like, you know, how did we get to this point? But in a good way. Never thought cricket in the US. When I first heard the option, I was intrigued, interested, and also confused, to be honest. But then the more the picture was painted, the more I got, you know, comfortable with the idea of coming over. And then it's been, I think people won't realize, you know, what actually goes into cricket in the US. I think it's a lot different that it's portrayed, but, you know, I wouldn't change the decision, even though it was hard to move across, you know, leaving your family and friends behind. But I think in the end it was worth it, meeting, you know, a lot of great people, like especially this week. Sometimes like we sit back, what are we doing? You know, like, yeah, but I mean, you get the opportunity to meet so much people, so many different types of people, and you get also the opportunity to set yourself up, which is one of the main reasons why I came over.
And you play in the MLC, Washington Freedom,
Yeah.
and you won the title.
Yeah.
Tell me, how good was that?
It was good. I didn't do much.
Celebrations must have been even crazy.
Yeah, celebrations were good. 'Cause I played 2 games, got injured, and then it was,
Those 2 games are vital.
yeah. I mean, did my little bit. But yeah, it was good. It was incredible. Being coached by Ricky, incredible, and then being captained by Steve. For some reason, I thought he's gonna give me so much input, options and stuff walking back, but he was probably the most calmest and just keep it simple. Every time I would ask him, well, what do you think? He would just be like, mate, just bash length. So working on someone like that is refreshing. Also, like, I think the one thing I take from those type of guys is just how simple they keep it. Obviously, they've got a high skill. They've got high skill in what they're doing, and they're extremely talented. You can see they worked very hard to get at that level, but it's just the way they can keep it simple and in pressure situations was incredible to see. And then obviously, like, a guy like Travis is a freak to be able to go from ball. I remember there's a game he got out like second ball or first ball, cut shot, got caught point, and he came into the changing room and he was like, I should hit that for 6. And I'm like, drop it around, get one, get in. But he was like, should have hit that for 6. And then the next game, Tromble won in 10. It was just,
went for it.
yeah, it's good to see, and it gives you a nice little refresh and refreshes your outset and look onto the game, and also just refreshes you to just work hard and get better, wanting to get better at least.
What's it like at training with, you got Stephen Swift there, you've got Travis Head in the nets. Like that just, for me, if they're watching me train, I would feel just the ultimate amount of pressure on me to perform, to impress them. Do you go about your way any different when you're training?
I think first of all you're gonna wait a long time to hit balls if Steve's going in first, which is usually the case.
So you're telling me he
so
honks.
sitting around and watching for a while, which is good. You get to watch them train.
A master at work.
Yeah, whilst at work. So, but I don't know. For some reason, I didn't really feel too much pressure. It was literally like you're a kid in the candy store. Just like, we had Ricky come and throw balls to us, and me and Webers after the first day were like, what's going on here? He's pulling us into the net and then throwing to us for like 30 minutes at least, and just giving us input, whatever we were asking. He told us beforehand, please ask, whatever we wanted out of him, he gave that and more. So it was never really a feeling of, I need to impress. It was more just, let's try and get better every day and learn as much as I can from these people. If I make mistakes, that's fine. At least that's the environment that was created. And I think that's why we did so well, because I never felt like I need to be more than I am or need to try and impress. I could just be myself.
Not really much pressure.
Yeah, obviously they take, and any good teams, the senior players, I think, takes responsibility, which they did, which makes it then easier for us to then express ourselves as well. And then the nice thing about our team was the local guys, whenever there was a chance to perform. I remember one game, Webers and Mukla had to come in, and they actually did well and won the game, chasing it down. I think it's one of the first 2 games. So whenever we got a chance, I think we took off the confidence that they gave us just by being around in that environment, and we could actually implement it on the field as well.
What's Stephen Smith like as a player? Because I've heard a few rumours he's got about 20 bats. He takes up half the change room space. He's got all these... he's shaking everywhere, twitching. What is it like being in the change room with Stephen Smith prior to the game? That's genuinely what I want to know.
I think he's not... it's not that like extreme. I would say he didn't have necessarily like a lot of bats or took a lot of space up.
Just casually like shadow batting in the
maybe
showers post game.
Yeah, it's not like that extreme. But the one thing, the skill level was surprising to me, how good he was. Because obviously he's good, but then when you see it firsthand, I think that was sort of the first thing. And then because he didn't bat for 2 months prior to Major League last year, so the first net, and the nets were also not the best nets. So the first net,
To be honest with
was a
us,
bit scrappy, and then but within like, he just kept on hitting balls, and within like 2-3 net sessions, the way he hit the ball and the sound it made and the contact he made, you can already like he's getting a rhythm, and he's just hitting,
pinging it off the middle.
And it took him basically about 2-3 net sessions to figure it out after not batting for 2 months. And then within the first game, it looked like he can't get out. And that's the thing, I think, at that level. And Maxwell said it the one day in the changing room, is like, because we asked Maxwell, okay, who's the best you played with, and this and this, and he said Steve, because he said there's times when he gets in where he pads off because he's not getting out. He just gets into a bubble, and I think that's the thing that impresses. I think the cricket IQ with that is what impressed me also. Like, he's the options he takes is always like, most of the time it's the right option. I remember one of the overs in the power play against, was it MI, Andrich was bowling. And I think he hit him for 21, but it's just every shot was the right option. And he was just one step ahead. And
He just knew what he was doing.
Yeah, knew what he was doing, one step ahead. And then you're sort of like, okay, this guy knows his game very well. And then you're like, it's tough to bowl to. So
It is windy here. It is very. We're gonna wrap it up real shortly. But growing up in South Africa,
Yeah.
you obviously had a lot of players to choose from, to idolise.
Yeah.
Who was that player and why?
Ooh, if I have to pick one. If I have to pick a side, he used to, like, the way he had control of the ball and the way he used to swing the ball both ways and then nip it. It's almost like he would nip it on, like, how do you say it? On will. That's the word. So I used to watch him, and then one training session, I tried to have my wrist the same, so like relax it and sort of flick it, and something clicked. And so for long, I had that. I still today sometimes reference back to that wrist position, the way he tried to swing the ball, with the ball nipping back into the stumps. He was sort of, my action was sort of molded towards that a bit, my wrist. But growing up in South Africa, I looked up to Dale and Jock a lot, those two. So.
Two very inspiring cricketers. Justin, thank you so much for your time. Get inside in the warmth because I'm freezing here. Let's wrap it up. Best of luck for the MLC season. Thank you. Oh my God, it is freezing. That was difficult.